What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Of course, the breaking news that Spider-Man was back in the MCU yesterday had everybody elated, but then some confusion ensued as I saw reports that Venom would be making his way into the MCU, and that's just not true. Now, Kevin Feige was maybe not as specific as he should have been, and that might be because they haven't worked out the details going past the next two movies either way, but we're going to break down everything we know and specifically how this is going to work for Spider-Man, the MCU, and Venom. They are going to cross over, but not into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're going to break it all down, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button, we're giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel-related stuff, including copies of Avengers Endgame and Blu-ray and DVD. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. I'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. So first things first, we do have officially what Kevin Feige said, and that's exactly that Spider-Man is the only superhero with the powers to cross over between cinematic universes. Spider-Man is the only superhero with the power to cross over into other cinematic universes, meaning Sony's Venomverse, and he even mentioned that by name, prefacing that quote saying, as Sony builds out their own universe. Now that implies that Spider-Man has the power to cross over into the Venomverse, into the Spider-Man verse that Sony's building for him, but not that any of those characters have the power to cross back over into the MCU. Now, you may remember the headline some 4 weeks ago, pretty much right after it was announced that Sony would be pulling Spider-Man and that he wouldn't be returning to the MCU. The headline read something like, if Marvel wants Spider-Man back, they're going to have to let him appear in Sony's Venomverse. And now 4 weeks later, it turns out that that's true. And that's what's happening. They're going to allow their Spider-Man, Tom Holland, to appear over in their Venomverse, but guaranteed it's only going to be after they're done with them. And that's why they said we're going to go ahead and do one more movie and finish out his trilogy, and then one additional MCU film, and then work out where they go from there and how he can cross over into the Venomverse. Now, what that means for all of those characters, Tom Hardy's Venom, Morbius, the new Madam Web movie, it doesn't matter what they're doing over there at Sony, they're never going to cross back over into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I think they're going to handle it something along the lines of the way they did the adjacent properties with the TV shows. Those shows can choose to reference the MCU any way they want, but the MCU never references or intersects with those shows at all. They don't reference anything that happened on those shows. Their characters and their actors don't show up, except in this case, Tom Holland will be. That will be the connective tissue to the MCU, but that will be it. Look, guys, how can you have a Venomverse where the snap either did or didn't happen, and if it didn't, then this isn't the same continuity as the one that we know, but of course with the introduction of time travel and the multiverse, I think there's more than enough answers here. Now, if you see reports out there that say that Venom is going to make his way into the MCU, they need to have a reason, and it needs to be more than the report yesterday, because what Kevin Feige said and what this seems to imply is the exact antithesis. That is the exact opposite of that. Venom won't be coming into the MCU, rather Tom Holland will be crossing over into Venom. Now you may ask, and this was another thing I had DM'd to me all last night, hey, will we ever see any of the other MCU characters cross over with Tom Holland into the Venomverse? Like, could he bring another Avenger with him to fight them? And the answer is clearly no. If you look at that quote, take it for face value. Kevin Feige said, Spider-Man is the only hero with the power to cross over into other cinematic universes, meaning they're going to do what they need to do with Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the MCU, let him fly the coop to make his way over to Sony's Venomverse, and then he won't be crossing back over. Venom and Carnage won't come into the MCU. You won't see any Avengers crossover into the Venomverse. It's going to be pretty cut and dry, but at least we're going to get to see Tom Holland finish his Spider-Man story where he belongs in the image of Iron Man, and that was my biggest gripe at the end of the day when I had finally come to terms with him leaving. As excited as I was to see Spider-Man vs. Venom finally in live action, I also just wanted this Tom Holland to finish his story arc the way that it had started, and let's face it, guys, there's just way too much backstory to ignore it all. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments about all of this. I'm sure it doesn't bum any of you out that they're not going to cross over into the Venomverse, but are there any of you who wanted to see Tom Hardy's Venom or the adjacent characters like Carnage make their way into the MCU? Let me know in the comments, and quickly let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we're still giving away 2 PlayStation PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 500,000 subscriber mark. We're headlong into that and should hit that by the end of next month. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video. It'll automatically enter you to win the rest of the prizes here at the channel, like copies of Avengers Endgame in Blu-ray and DVD. Again, all the same rules apply. Hit the sub button, hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on the video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always. Guys, thanks for checking out the channel and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.